Noob over here, guys, for mmo.tm. Now this is going to be a definitive guide for Call of God, the browser-based MMO RPG. Now here it is. This is going to be a definitive guide. It's going to have every single little detail you're going to need to get from level 1 to 30. Now as you guys can see here, I'm in the map and there are different regions of the map. Before you hit level 30, there are only separate regions you can unlock. It's only the region depending on your class. Now I took humans as the first class and I get the middle ground. Sanctaria is the area that you can access as humans, and below that is Arclan and Necrolis. Now Necrolis is for the undead and Arclan is for the rangers. And I'm going to go to Sanctaria and I'm going to teach you guys everything about level 1 to 30. Now remember that it can be different for different players, but it's basically generally the same idea, so you guys should be able to figure it out. Now you guys can see the entire screen. The screen is kind of confusing at first sight because there's a whole lot that you have to get through. Now first of all, that little arrow button there, you can show and hide your profile, which shows your level, your character, your gold, the coupons and silver. Now coupons is like a currency which you can use to buy gold. Well, you can use it as a subsidiary method instead of gold, because gold is the premium currency and which you have to pay money for. Now when you click that, you can see the inbox, if you can have any friend requests, all of those stuff will be going in there. Below that is the what's it called, the free spins, the wheel of fortune, where you get to go ahead and spin and hopefully win something lucky. Let's see my luck. I'm pretty sure it's going to be something which is useless because luck is never on my side. And there we go, we got troop supply card, which will help me recruit people faster when I run out of space. Now that over there, when you click her, you get a small help bar which will help you get through the game if you need a little guide. It shows you your statistics, your current statistics. Now right there are two events which will probably be removed soon. Those are Christmas events of 2012. World Boss, which can be accessed after level 30, and sign in rewards. Now signing in every day gets you a chance to get coupons after you sign 7 days, and well, you get different amount of rewards depending on the amount of days you sign in a row. Right, you can see if I sign continuously for 7 days, I get a coupon box, which is really helpful. Now on the top you can see a bunch of resources which show the amount of resources and population you have in your entire castle. Now right next to it is the forum. If you click it, you'll go to the forum, the options, which enables you to control the sound of the game. Now which I just enabled the background music and you start to hear it soon. Help and add gold. Now when you click add gold, you'll be redirected to a different page. Now we're currently in the world map. There's something called the Wild and Castle. Castle is you get anyway. Wild, you unlock it after you go to a certain level. I think it's level 15. Then you'll be able to unlock the Wild. Now this has a world ranking system and you guys can see the ranks are updated every 30 minutes. They're depending on their race, level and name. You can check it out. You can see I'm currently rank 18. And goals are like amount of achievements that you've gained or throughout the game. Now you can see the recent milestones. It's basically milestones. Report is a function which lets you see what happened. For example, if someone plundered you and attacked you, and you can click the report and see what happened, whether you won or lost. Shop and inventory are basically what you store your items and where you buy them. It's pretty standard. Now assign is kind of complicated because it shows you the amount of heroes you have and what kind of troops they're assigned. You can see the idle troops, cultivation, equipment. You can add different equipments to your heroes and level them up. Recruit lets you go to your barracks and recruit amount of soldiers for you to go to war with. Now I personally like monks and Templar knights because that's all I've unlocked, the great ones for now. Make sure you choose a perfect variety so that you won't keep on losing battles against a separate class which you are specifically weak against. Now a tavern is a place where you can recruit new heroes, and there are different buildings called Monument to Ares, Glory Hall, Iron Forge and War Academy. Now there's Alliance, which is kind of like clan wars, and dungeons which you can access after you hit level 10, and the arena, which is PvP. Now if you go into the Iron Forge, you'll see that you can find the Skill Master, Gem Socketeer and Transmutation Master. Skill Master lets you learn new skills. Gem Master makes your items stronger by embedding gems into them. And the Transmutation lets you transmute specific items. Now, the small book over there lets you click main quest, lets you open a new tab for main quest, daily quest, and available quests. And on the left side is the chat. There's a small pin which you can use to pin the chat on, or just have it kind of transparent and running in the background. I personally keep it pinned because it kind of gets annoying when you can't read it properly. Now, we're gonna head into the castle. Now, each person has a different castle. Now, the human castle is different to the elves and the undead, but it's generally the same idea. There are 4 buildings which give resources: copper, iron, stone, and wood. Depending on the level of those buildings, the amount of resource you get per 100 hours is different. Now, currently I am upgrading my quarry to level 5, which will increase the amount of stone I get, and I'm upgrading one of my skills called Klaxon to level 4. Now, in the Tower of Truth, you guys can see it in the middle over there, it's called the Tower of Truth. Now, what that does, it helps you upgrade magic and different technology, which you should always keep it up, because no matter how fast you level up, if you don't have your skills upgraded, you're gonna have a hard time in higher level dungeons and battles. Now, you can press finish and get those quickly done if you're willing to spend coupons or gold. I currently don't have that, so I'll probably stay without it. Now, in the inventory, you guys can see the resource cards and a whole lot of stuff. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and open these lumber cards, which will give me around, how much is that? 100,000 lumber, I think? Right. You can get resources by doing quests in the dungeon and so many other things. The easiest and the standard way to get resources is by using the buildings. You can also farm resources by different resource factories. They're like these small areas that you can go and stay there, and it's like doing a mission. You just stay there and you gain a certain amount of resources per second. Now, here it is, Military Academy and Resource Pool. Resource pools are the places where you can get resources by when you're idling, and Military Academy lets you get experience. Now, each hero has a set amount of level which can change as you grow stronger. And as you can see, the higher the level is, the stronger the hero is. And if you have a high level character, if your account is a high level and your heroes are low levels, you're not going to have a great time in battle because you're going to lose. Now, here's the dungeons. Different dungeons need different levels to enter. Now, I'm going to go ahead and enter the level 20 dungeon. You can choose the levels: normal, nightmare, and hell. Now, I finished normal, so I've unlocked nightmare, but then again, I'll just probably go in normal and see what happens. Right, you can see you're at the bottom and you get to go ahead and choose treasure chest and dense fog, and you can click around. Basically what you need to do is go ahead and find the boss. You will find mobs along the way, and if you click it, you're gonna have to attack it unless you want to turn around if you have gold. But are you really gonna spend gold on running away from mobs? So you can enter the dungeons 3 times per day. That is the maximum, unless you have a dungeon refresh card or something else. Now, my formation currently involves 2 archers at the front, followed by 4 monks. Monks are spellcasters and archers are, well, archers? So what happens here is, I could have just used 6 monks, but the problem is different types of units are better against different types of units. So instead of having the same kind of units, it's better to have a small diversity. And I personally like ranged units. Now you guys can see that dungeons are the greatest place to level up your characters. I'm talking not your character in the main character, I'm talking about the heroes you have. Because when you attack the mobs in the dungeons, you get a decent amount of EXP for your heroes, and you guys can see how fast they're leveling up. Now, I'm gonna have to fight a lot of mobs. I want to get to the dungeon boss and show you what it's like. So you can use 100 coins, gold, to skip. Now, there are resource cards in the dungeons, which is one of my favorite things. When you're running low on resources, you can just go ahead, enter dungeon. Looks like I'm gonna have to see another resource cache. You got 10,000 copper. So it's fairly simple. The dungeon is not really a complicated thing, except that you're gonna have to go through several amount of mobs before you can find your boss. Unless you are lucky, then it's not gonna be a problem. Now let's see if we can find this boss. Look! Ah, more iron. See, dense fog. What do I get? Another battle. Where the hell? There it is. That's the boss battle. Now before going into the boss battle, it's best if you can assign your units and make sure everything is maxed up and you're actually ready for war. So the boss is kind of different. The boss has 1 HP, but that 1 HP is really hard to kill. You guys can see that beating bosses gives you a whole lot of EXP for your character and for your heroes, and that's a lot of level. Congratulations, you just completed City of 1,000 Caves, and I'm gonna leave there and we're gonna move on. So in the center is a button called Hero. When you click that, you can see the current stats of your heroes, and we can see the castle and see if the stuff is still being built. Now, we can fast forward it by giving away coupons, but we won't now. Here it is, magic. Magic needs to be upgraded in order to be strong. Now, I've currently upgraded all my magic to the max I could, so we're gonna head into the wild. Now, let's say you're playing this game for a long time and you run out of stuff to do and you think that you're running low on resources. Now, wild is something that you can go for to attack a different player. You can basically plunder them and take all their resources. Go ahead, we're going to go ahead and max out everything we have before we go into attack. Now, who is going to be our target? Let's see. Better not attack a very low level guy. He'd probably get fed up of it. Okay, we can see Pinique. He's a level 21 undead warrior. So, are you sure you want to attack? We're going to go ahead and click yes. Now, a lot of people are going to be attacking you. What you need to do is to defend from attacks. You can go ahead, click assign, and in the deploy area, you guys, in the place where you can choose the formation of troops, you can switch it in a way that you can go and move all your units to defense. If you don't have your units in defense, as soon as they press attack, you will lose without even a fight. So make sure whenever you're logging off to stay in defense. See, as you guys can see that he was not on defense, which resulted in him losing without a fight, and we got a lot of his resources. Now, it can get quite annoying if people start to plunder you for your resources, but it is a game. It is going to get quite competitive. Now, you guys can see here that I switched it. Now all my units are in defense. If they attack me, I will be going on defense and I'll try to stop them, but if they can overpower me, there is nothing I can do except lose some resources. What I generally do before logging off is try and spend all my resources, so even if they do attack, it's not going to be a problem. So we're almost about to finish these two, Quarry and the Klaxon called level 4. Now remember guys, try and keep the resources of yours at max by increasing the level of the lumber mill, the quarry, the copper mine, and the stone mine, I think. Yes. So the quarry is done. I'm going to collect all the resources and it's pretty good now. City wall is what you use to increase the stats when someone attacks you. It's the stats, the attack and defense of your garrison troops. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and fight a boss battle in a standard. Now there are several bosses in different maps and they are way stronger than standard quests, because you guys can see that you can actually recruit up to 9 people to attack them. I'll show you guys what it's going to look like in a second. As you guys can see here, the Rebel Commander is one of the strongest. You can see that it has way more strength than all the other units. It's because that you get to use an entire team to attack it. Now what you need to do is create a team. You're gonna need to have a lot of friends or someone else online at the same time. You guys can go ahead, chat and ask for him to join you in a game. Now I'm gonna go ahead and create a team. Firstly, I'm gonna max out everything and make sure that your character is in tip-top shape. Otherwise your heroes are gonna get the beating of a lifetime. I'm gonna go again to the Tower of Hatred, Rebel Commander, and you guys can see a button called Create Team. Click it and you can see friends who are near the area, and you have friends who are online at the moment. Now Valiant is busy, so I won't be able to recruit him, but we can see who else we can get. I'm going to send an invite to Evil Gnome because he's near the area and might as well get as many people as we can. If you guys want to invite them, you can also click their name and then there's a small option called Invite to Team. You can click that to invite them as well. Team invite right over there. Now hopefully we can get at least 3 people. Now the boss, also known as in this event the Rebel Commander, will most probably be in lane B. It's almost always the situation, so make sure to have the strongest character you guys have in your team at lane B. So this process can actually take a little amount of time to make, depending on how many people are online. So we just got 3 people and we're gonna go ahead and begin the battle. So that is it guys. You guys can watch the battle till the end if you enjoy it. Thank you guys for watching. See you again next time. Have a great day and enjoy the war.